Yo, what's up guys? So this week we've got 4 tips to help you improve your kiteboarding. I'm probably gonna lose half of you in the first minute of this video, but this is kind of an unexpected take on it. But I promise you, if you follow these tips, you're going to be riding better, you're going to be riding harder, and you're going to be riding longer. So let's get into it. All right, tip number 1 to improve your kiteboarding is improving your cardio. So when I say cardio, I mean getting your heart rate up on a regular basis off the water. So yes, this means getting out and either doing some running, doing some biking, doing some swimming, even doing some walking. Anything that gets your heart rate up, gets you breathing a little bit hard, at least 3 times a week. Hit those recommended guidelines to help keep your heart healthy. And what you'll find is the better your cardio, the more energy you're gonna have throughout the day. And I've noticed this personally. So when I'm running on a regular basis, I feel alert, I feel awake, I get out of bed ready for the day, I sleep better at night, everything seems to work better. I'm just feeling good more often than not. And when I stop running, like last year, I think I took probably a good 6-month break from running, I start feeling sluggish. I seem to feel more inclined to feel pain. I don't quite have that energy to come at the day, and it makes a huge difference, like bigger than you could possibly imagine, pretty much every area in your life. So it goes without saying, when you're doing an activity like kite surfing, kiteboarding, having good cardio is gonna go a long way in longer sessions, feeling better, having more energy, and more willingness to try new things. So tip number 2 comes down to your leg strength. Now, kiteboarding, it's a sport where you're in a squat position most of the time while you're riding. Whether you're loading up for a jump, riding upwind, or landing something, you're in that squat position. So I think it goes without saying, the stronger your legs are, the harder you're gonna be able to pop, the harder impacts you're able to take, and actually the more injury resistant you're going to be. So the more muscle that you have, the stronger that you are, the more resistant your body is to injury. So this is huge, huge on the water. So start squatting, and obviously everybody's different. You should find something that works for you. I'm a big fan of everything from calisthenics to getting into a squat rack and just doing traditional back squats. If you don't have a squat rack, work with a professional, whatever, start doing some front squats. But even just body weight squats are gonna go a long way. And something that I like to do, because I live on the road, I'm in an RV, I don't really have access to equipment. I'm a huge fan of calisthenics because they're pretty safe, and you can progress and find different ways to up the difficulty over time to improve your strength. So you can start with just regular body weight squats. You can work your way into lunges. You could do like the Bulgarian split squat, which is like, for example, on this picnic table, you can throw one leg up and then just do a lunge just like this. So start repping out squats like this. And this is going to improve the strength of your legs. And you can also even start working your way into pistol squats, which is basically just squatting on one leg, which improves your balance, it improves your strength, and I think crosses over into kiteboarding very, very well. And usually with the legs, I like to blend in the core as well. So I'll do like some sit-ups, some leg raises, anything just to get my abs working, because this translates back to kiteboarding, especially for kite loops. You need to have a really strong core if you want to loop that kite and resist that pull without getting stretched out, without getting worked. You got to have a strong core. Tip number 3, we're going to talk about just pushing. So this is like push-ups, dips. I'm a big fan of rings because they're easy. You can do them on the beach. It's really fun to get outside. I don't want to be locked up in a gym, and obviously with 2021, a lot of times it's even hard for a lot of us to get into gyms because they might not be open. So a set of rings goes a long way, and I feel like that actually translates back to kiting really, really well, especially freestyle kiteboarding, because you're moving your body through space, you're doing a lot of rotations, and it's using a lot of stabilizing muscles. So like, for example, ring dips really help when I'm pulling that bar back down and trying to spin around it. I feel a lot of crossover between that. And best of all, rings, not only do they work your arms and your chest, but they also work your core. So you're still getting a good core workout in, which translates right back to kiteboarding. Now moving up to what might be just as important as the legs actually, is your pulling muscles. So if you're into freestyle riding, this is huge. This is actually everything. And even just for the average rider who's doing hooked in tricks, you're always kind of leaning back and you're kind of pulling in against that bar. So when you're sending up, you're still using your back a bit. So pull-ups, horizontal rows, anything that works your back muscles and your arms and your biceps is going to make you stronger for kiteboarding. So yeah, that's it for this week. Hopefully I didn't clickbait you too bad with the title, but I do actually think that it's really important to incorporate your fitness because it does translate back into your kiteboarding. And if you want to ride longer, well into old age, the more fit you are, the longer you're going to be able to stay on the water and the more fun you're going to have. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.